Hello, welcome back to my capital life. I am Naomi, and here I share being a Jewish mom in the nation's capital, or being a woman in the nation's capital. My life journey in the nation's capital. So, if you're interested in those kind of things, please keep watching. And today I am preparing for Sabbath. Today is Friday. I don't remember the date. December 22nd. It's going to be kind of a low-key Sabbath for me because both of my children are not going to be home this Sabbath. My daughter is with her grandmother on her father's side, and my son is going out. He's a whole adult, so he's going out with his friends for the day. He'll be back whenever, because he's a whole adult. So it'll just be me on tonight for dinner tonight, and it'll probably just be me most of the time tomorrow. So I won't be cooking. I'm still debating if I'm going to cook. But I do have another project that I am working on where I am canning up some pinto beans. I have the pinto beans soaking overnight, and I soaked them in some apple cider vinegar and water. And I did this with my black beans. I had made some black beans and I soaked them overnight with apple cider vinegar and water. And the apple cider vinegar makes the beans a little bit more digestible. Like when you open them up and make them more digestible. So I made chipotle black beans previously. And so when I canned them, I put chipotle in adobe sauce in each can, like one chipotle with a little bit of sauce in each can. And my son recently opened up a can of those beans to make some refried beans. So good. It was more spicy than I thought it was going to be. So the chipotle was it was intense. These, I'm not going to make chipotle ones. These I am going to just put garlic and some chopped onion and some salt, and that's it. And we'll see how these turn out. So I wanted to do a couple of jars of these because I noticed my daughter that's visiting, the one that she doesn't live with me, but she lives out somewhere else and comes quite often. She's really into refried beans, and so she's been buying cans of refried beans because she really loves fish tacos. But I had the pack of dry beans sitting there, and it was always my plan to go ahead and can them. It's just one of them things, and I didn't have enough jars. So I was like, let me see if I can go ahead and buy a pack of jars so I can make these beans. So next time she comes over, she won't necessarily have to buy the can of beans, because I tasted the can of refried beans and I tasted my chipotle black beans, and I must say mine tastes better after tasting the canned refried beans. And I'm not the biggest refried beans fan, but tasting just a spoonful of it, I was like, ooh, this don't have no love in it. So, and then I tasted mine and I was like, yeah, but it was spicy, so it's a little bit of a difference. But these I'm not gonna make spicy, we'll just see. But I really feel like my beans, once I make them and then they open them up and do the little bit of mashing that they'll have to do to make the refried beans, mine will still taste better because there's love in these. So that's what we're going to work on. I also pulled out this I have this pack of, it is challah mix, but it's gluten-free challah mix, bread mix. Yeah, made with oats, millet, and I don't even know what that word is, how to pronounce that word. And I was thinking about making this, but again, I might not make this because it's only going to be me, and I'm not going to eat all of this. I'm just I'm not going to eat all this. So I was just trying to think in my mind what I could probably do as an alternative, because you can, it's traditional to have challah on Shabbat. It's not mandatory. You can have any whole bread, long as it's whole bread. But most tradition is challah. I just don't see me eating it. Yeah. So we're about to find out what we're going to do instead of the whole challah, and we're gonna work on these beans. I have to rinse them and add more liquid and then get them in the canner, and I'm gonna have to do two loads, because I believe my canner will only fit 5, maybe 6 pint jars at a time, and I have 9 jars of beans, so we're probably gonna have to run it twice. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. Yesterday I did a small batch of chicken broth, so now I have 4 more pints of some nice chicken broth. We are going through more chicken broth lately because I use it also for the dog food. Here are the beans, my 9 jars, and you can see how I only put in each jar a half of, I can't get my words out right now, y'all. Half a cup. I did a half a cup in each jar, so they have increased in size. And I pulled out my garlic, so I am going to put garlic in each one. I have to rinse right now, so I'm gonna rinse them. Add the garlic and onion and some salt to each jar, and then I will jar it up. I have to pull out my canner right now, and I think I will only jar, I gotta check in my canner and see how much it can hold. I think I'm gonna do 5 in the first batch and then do 4 in the second batch. That's probably how I'll break it down. Okay, you hear there's an alarm going off right behind me for the timer. I am hoping that means I can open my canner up now. The first batch is done, but the way the canner works, you have to wait for it to come down, and it's been more than an hour. And time is of the essence right now. And also the other thing is, I forgot that there's a plumber coming today to work on the leak underneath my sink. I believe it's the garbage disposal, but I'm not a plumber. So yeah, they are extremely late. It is now 2:05, and they were supposed to be here between 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and now it's 2:05 p.m. So they are really late. And Sabbath for me starts at 4:32. Starts at 4:32. So another thing, okay, while I'm talking to y'all, I'm gonna see if my canner will open so that I can, yes. Okay, when it opens, that means it's cool enough to just open it up. Now that it's open, I set the timer for 10 minutes. All right, so then I have to wait 10 minutes before I can take the jars out the canner. That way there's lessening the lessening the chance of the cans cracking. Okay, so that's good. That's done. So once that's out and it cools down a little bit, I can start the next batch. While that's going, while I'm still waiting for the plumber and my children are preparing to leave, the ones that are still here, my youngest daughter is already out. So the ones that are still here are also preparing to leave. So you might hear them in the background as they go around the other way to go out the house. I'm giving them a hint to not walk through the camera, although you've seen my son walk through this camera many a times. So yeah, while I'm doing that, I decided that I was going to, instead of making challah bread, that I am making monkey bread. And I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, because I honestly didn't know about monkey bread until a couple of years ago, but it's a sweet kind of bread. So I'm gonna make that, and I'm making a small, you know, you could come through here, right? It's okay. I'm making a small batch of that. So I'm using the easy method where I'm using canned biscuits. So I already took the biscuits out the package, and now I am cutting them up, and we're going to start that process. So I'll let you check that out. All right, so this is how we cut it up, and I will just cut these. It's not this bread. It's not like an exact science. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just cutting it. You cut it and you separate it. And I remember beforehand, I did do this. One of the cans popped. It's still in the canner. It has 5 more minutes to sit in the canner to cool off, but one of them just popped. Like I was saying, I remember that I did another version of this monkey bread, but it was in the crock pot, and I did it. When did I do it? I did it the year before when I was still living with my mom, and I did it every year on Christmas. Oh, another one popped. Okay, I would do it every year on not 4, but it was Christmas morning. I didn't celebrate Christmas, but we was all home for Christmas. Now this is cinnamon and sugar, white sugar and cinnamon, but it's actually not cinnamon because I decided I wanted to be a little different this time. So it is pumpkin pie mix. Yeah, it's this pumpkin pie mix. And in this pumpkin pie mix, the ingredients, I don't think you'll be able to really see the ingredients. But if you see the ingredients, it's ground cinnamon and ginger and all of that stuff. So I just thought I'd give it a little different flavor. So that's what's in here. Now you take the biscuits and just pull them apart and drop them in there and try to get them all coated. So you're dropping it in there, a couple of them at a time, and get them coated and close the bag so you won't make a mess and on your counter because I've been known to do that. So you just want to get each one coated. And the other thing, so yes, I've done this recipe, but I really did it big and did it in the crock pot, and it was very gooey and messy and all the good things. So that would be our morning breakfast, and then in the evening we would, or at night, we would order our Chinese food and just look at movies because we didn't celebrate Christmas, but you know, traditional, you know. We did the Jewish thing. We ordered Chinese food and ordered Chinese food and watched movies, and we would get to pick movies and order whatever Chinese food they wanted. So it was a big deal because we don't order a lot of carry out throughout the year, but on that day I would allow it. So here's the other thing I'm doing. I'm using this hollow shaped pan, baking pan, and it is Kosher Cook. I got it from, oh, you can't see that. Sorry, y'all. Kosher Cook. I got it off of Amazon because this is what I would use if I was doing the gluten-free mix that you saw me show you. So right now I'm just spraying it. And oh, that timer is almost done. So I'm gonna be taking these jars out pretty soon, in 1 minute. So I can show you the jars while, you know, as I take them out. You just drop it in there and drop it wherever inside there, and then add some more pieces. And you definitely want to break them apart so it'll be pull apart. And this is kind of fun baking. This one's fun. These biscuits are really good. They pull apart very well. They're not super sticky. While we wait for the plumber. It's so interesting to have to do these things, being a first-time home owner, and you know, having to pay for everything yourself. And this is my first time having to call my home warranty people for something in the home, so it's interesting. But even in a brand new home, stuff breaks. Okay, so that has stopped. Let me hit stop, the timer, cancel. Okay, and I am going to turn y'all around so you can see the cans. You can see the cans. I want y'all to be able to see the cans. So let's do this. I hope you can see. Can you see the can? Yes, you can. Awesome. Okay, I am grabbing the jars out. Let's see how pretty these beans are. Now I can already see that one of the beans that they are still boiling. But man, let me show you how nice they look. Beautiful beans that are ready for whatever recipe I have, and that jar is sealed. Actually, all the jars in here have sealed already. So that's awesome. And I'm looking at the water. The water does look a little cloudy. So that means there was a little stifling, but not so much that it's bad. Let me see. It doesn't look like I really lost any water. So five jars done. I'm gonna set the timer for another 30 minutes. Well, no, not 30 minutes. 15. I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes and give the canner 15 minutes to cool down. The canner, let me rephrase, the canner doesn't need to cool down. The pot inside the canner that holds the water, I would like it to cool down so that it would make it easier for me to handle it. So I'm going to give that 15 minutes, and we're going to continue to work on the monkey bread. Okay, here's where we are. I'm talking loud above the noise. I have the jars in the canner, so that's working. I decided to do a roast in the Instapot. So that is on and it's cooking and that's working. I have in the oven the bread and I decided because I looked in the freezer and we had some herb butter potatoes, like the small little potatoes, baby potatoes, herb butter baby potatoes in the freezer, and it's been in the freezer for a while, so I decided to pull that out too and have that here. So I think that is I'm covered for dinner tonight, leftovers for tomorrow, and I hope that you can see me. I am having a really difficult time with my tripod and my camera, and I'm hoping you saw everything in this video, and I guess I will see it when I edit it. I feel like I have to squat down right now because you might not have been seeing me. You might have been just looking here at I am Knuff. But I hope that you can see me. I will insert pictures. I don't know if I'm going to actually come back on or not. I just don't know if I am going to come back on or not. It is 3 o'clock. The plumber did come. Let me tell you about this just a little story. He came in and he apologized for being so late and all the things, and he was giving me the reasoning and whatever. And then he went down there and he opened the cabinet and he looked and he was like, oh, this not even on. And he did a little shake and something, and then he started cutting on the water, and the water was going down properly. And then I was explaining to him that it was when we cut on the garbage disposal, it would squirt out the water. And he was like, oh, we should be good now. He cut on the garbage disposal. Ran perfectly. It was like, I don't know what happened, but it looks like it just fell off. So it's back on now, and he was like, and this looks like a very brand new garbage disposal. How old is it? I was like, oh, this is a new build. I've been here about a year. Oh my goodness. Today is 1 year. I've been in my home for 1 year. Today is the 22nd. Woo, it's my 1 year home anniversary. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, I was telling him, yeah, I've been here about 1 year. And he was like, yeah, it's brand new. You're totally under warranty, but you should be good now. So if anything, just call me back. If you notice any other things, just call me back. It took all of 6 minutes for him to come in, do a little shake, get it back in place, and that's it. Man, I really probably need my son to go to, and it costs me money. I use my home warranty for the first time, so I'm not complaining. It's under warranty, so if this is an issue, he'll come back and it won't cost me anything. But if I could have got my son to do that, that would have been great. Yeah, that would have been great, because I would have kept my, of course I had a payment to make for them to come out. I could have kept that money in my pocket and used it for something else. But, you know, thank Hashem that I had the money, that he provided me the resources to be able to take care of this. So now I am going to continue to get ready. It's going to be a little bit of a wait for everything to kind of get done and get it all out at the last minute before I light my candles. But yeah, so I am going to totally try to take a picture of the bread. I don't ever show the food, but I could try to take a picture of the food. Also, it seems to me that everything is going to kind of be done around the same time, except for the bread. Because it's saying I got 3 minutes. I don't know if I really got 3 minutes. I might need to add a little bit more time, but you'll see it. I'll take a picture of it or I'll do a little video of it. So, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And thank you to my new subscribers. Hey, welcome to my capital life. And I will see y'all all again really, really soon. Bye. So let's show you a little mishap. Can you see it? It looks yummy, but it definitely spilled over. And there's my potatoes cooking. So yeah, I think it's probably done. I am going to let it cook a little bit more, I think. But that is definitely a whole messy situation right there. But that's okay. It looks yummy. It has cooled off. And there goes the pan. One of the pots is almost done too. But it's cooled off and I flipped it over. And it is yummy looking. I have not tasted it. I am about to light the candles for Sabbath. And yeah, so Shabbat Shalom to everyone. You will see this video. I think I decided that these videos will come out on Sunday after Sabbath because I am not editing tonight and I am not posting on Sabbath. So, see you again really, really soon. Bye. Shabbat Shalom.